One thing that pushed me to start a business was in 2016. I did hit rock bottom.
Okay.
So where I was in a very dark space, and then I had to rediscover myself. I had to introspect, to talk to me, basically. So while I was in that journey, I then talked with myself, had a meeting with myself, and said, right now that you're not this continuous improvement manager, you're no longer in Transnet, you're no longer in DCD, you're no longer in the metal engineering mission. Who are you as a person?
What do you want?
What do you want as a person?
About?
Because back then I used to say, wow, I'm Hlayiseka Ngomane, I'm the manager from Transnet. But right now I've been stripped away from those titles and whatnot. What is left of me? Then I discovered, you know what, I'm bigger than those titles. I can start my own thing where I don't have to report to anybody. And the interest started when I discovered, while I was working for Transnet, I used to head in or lead training. It was that time where Transnet introduced continuous improvement, which is Lean Six Sigma. So in the region in Kudusport, I was the engineer who used to lead in terms of the presentations, in terms of ensuring that blue uniform day where all managers meet actually happens. And it was functioning quite well, and everybody was like surprised. How is a young guy, 23-year-old, able to pull this thing together? And from the compliments that I would get from the managers, senior managers, that taught me something or made me realize something, that actually there's something there. At that point in time, I did not know what is that thing, but they would come and say there is something there in this guy. I didn't know because I was really playful. I was out of control. But I would, when you find me at work during Monday till Friday, I'll be a different somebody. The things that I'll be doing, it will surprise you. A young boy like this who does not have an order, how is he able to pull this thing together? Then it showed me if I really had order, I could do better than what I was doing. And even academically, I was moving from one qualification to the next. Why I was still that level and not really having order. So that taught me if I can really focus and do my thing, I can go far.
I like what you said when you said that you were doing so well. I don't think as human beings we are taught to study ourselves, to study our strengths, and to say, actually, how do I monetize my strength? How do I make money from what I'm good at? You know, we actually focus on what we are not so really good at, because we usually have those performance appraisers at work, and then your boss will say this or this or that, or complaints that people say about you at work. Maybe they don't like the way you talk when you're annoyed because the deadline was not met, or whatever the case may be. But I don't think we take time to zoom in into the good things, and not just zoom into it for the sake of being proud about it, or to go around and tell people I got a 4, I got a 5 at work for my performance appraisal score, but to say I'm really good at it, and what am I going to do about it? What value can I get out of this strength that I have? You know. And I love that you took some time to reflect and say, listen, wait a minute, I was actually so good at this, and out of that, you were able to turn that idea into gold. Which is amazing. Which is really, really amazing. Really amazing. Okay, so that's where you got your passion about training, because that's what you were doing. And again, the lesson there is that, you know, like life is a story. As you go on this journey, the dots just keep connecting. You didn't know at that time that, you know, like somehow God placed you there, because you knew where He was taking you to. For you at that point, you thought, I'm just working, I'm just an engineer, but like He was building your storyline. And at some point, the dots started to connect, and you realized, wait, I'm good at this, and wait, I was in charge of this department, and this is how I need to go about it. Did you feel like there was a bit of resistance from your family members to say, maybe don't go in that direction, go back to the office, go back and do your 8 to 5? How did you deal with that? Didn't you find that there were questions raised even from your friends, you know, people that you were expecting to support you, because I mean at the end of the day going to business is risky. Although doing 8 to 5 is also risky, you can be retrenched to work, but for some reason people just feel or think that if you do an 8 to 5 you're much more safer than somebody who's into business. How was it for you? Did you get the necessary support, or you had to deal with the red flags that people were like, hey, are you sure about that? Or how was it for you?
I had to deal with those red flags. And let me just, from my friends, or the people that I used to call my friends,
your friends.
I got, because right now I really don't have friends, I'm only doing me. Anybody else that is close to me, we are working together. From the people that I had, you know how people are, they'll write you off. The moment when you're no longer working, you're no longer working with them, all of a sudden you guys are no longer connecting, you're no longer friends. I had to really toughen up and tell myself, this is me. Luckily, I'm strong. I do what I want to do. I don't do what people want me to do. If I tell myself this is it, once I get convinced and get convicted about something, I go for it. So even when the rejection was there, it really didn't bother me, because I knew where I was going. From my family side, let me just talk about my father a bit. I remember she's in the health science, right? She'll tell me, that you need to submit your CV. Especially they are hiring. Maybe they will hire you, because you know our parents sometimes they don't understand if you can go to university, you get your diploma, your degree, or your honors, now you do your masters. How can you say you no longer want to work for somebody? So to them it was like, I'm sure they felt like I'm losing my mind, because you remember when you come with a vision, people tend to look at you and be like thinking, this one that is Amshia. They tend to talk a lot of things to say, maybe this one something is wrong with him, maybe mental health issues and whatnot. But they did not really know the conviction that I had in me that kept on pushing me and pushing me to say, this is it. Apart also from that, I did get support from my other family members on my aunt's side, where it was encouraging for me to see that at least I do have one or two people that believe, even if maybe they did have doubts there and there, but they would look at me and say, go for it, you can do it. So, but all of them right now, it's 5 years down the line, I'm telling you, with what I have been doing and what the progress that I've made, they wouldn't really choose anything for me. I bet even if I can say I'm going back to Transnet right now, I also don't, because they can see the progress in what I'm doing and the growth,
the impact,
the things that I've done so far. I was not able to do it when I was working. I could not, but right now I'm able to do it, and I'm at a space where every day it's just I feel like I'm dreaming about the things that are happening. I'm even thinking it's not me, because I never saw it coming. Which I can do so much, and so much lives can be changed through what I'm doing in my life.
Okay. So do tell our viewers, what is your business all about?